Morning, folks. 7:14 a.m. Sunday, July 17th. Fortitude of the self spiritually. 7:15. Moving yourself spiritually. I'm going to talk about something that's going to get some people upset. Whatever. My words need to be said. However they're taken is how they're taken. Don't have to be believed. The more awake people become, the more they'll understand, because they see it for themselves. They'll know it for themselves. And when that matches what I say, then you have your understanding of my words. There's always been a lot of folk that have worshipped different messiahs. It's part of their religions. It's embedded in there. You have to have something that's better than something else. And then it's like Muhammad in the Islam. It's Jesus Christ is the one that was in Christianity, and where they came up with that name, it's pretty funny. And then the Hebrew or Jewish people, whatever the proper name is, don't care. I want to communicate. You know who I'm talking about. They're still looking, waiting for theirs. All these religions and these crazy little, what is it, dogma, whatever you call it, that they have. There are different ways of doing things and looking for the praise for the Almighty that's going to save them, that doesn't do crap. They're dead anyway. Anyway, each religion had to have a messiah that was stronger than every other religion's messiah. You know, competition. Got to get more people coming to your religion. So I'm going to talk about JC. I'm going to talk about the spirit that was inside the body that everyone's calling Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Coffee burps. I love my coffee. It's worth it. The spirit that was in JC was actually human essence. It wasn't source. Buddha was actually in the spirit inside him is in another body right now. It's source, and that's Jaghira in Canada. Mohammed was source. Okay, but a lot of your oracles through time, the female oracles, most of them were source. They were the quote-unquote female kind of a messiah for a male, supposedly male-dominated world. The female part of the original first being got the praise, so then something had to go back to the male part, the original first being male. They were so jealous of each other. Anyway, human essence compared to source is weak as far as power output. Okay, it's not weak. That's the wrong word. It tends to lead the thought away from what actually is. It's just not as powerful. But JC was very, very, very strong human essence. And he was like a poster child for the original first being male and female. Don't misunderstand me. The original first being male and female were brutal, vicious, totally careless individuals. Didn't care about you whatsoever. You meant nothing to them. You were literally a hammer or shovel they used till it broke and then threw it away. Disgusting. Okay, sorry. Wasn't their fault that they were made of what they are. Excuse me, what they were made of, but you are what you are, and from there you go forward. And all they did is kept abusing everything. That's why they're dead. They made Howard to protect everything, including them, but when they kept destroying everything they built, then it was time for them to go. It was 2 versus trillions, not a hard decision, especially when what's causing the abuse, then that's what has to go. That was the primary objective, but I just want to add that in there too. Anyway, when I was out of body, and JC was too, the spirit inside that human essence, original male and female, they'd go at him sometimes, hitting them, beating on them. With energy, it goes into it, wraps around it, goes through it, and starts grabbing it. It hurts it. And I get in there and I take care of them. I split it up right away and protect them. It's my job, and I love doing it. He was very aggressive. They had built him up to such a point where he was then becoming a problem for them. But he always appreciated my taking care of him. Folks, this is sad. Okay, this hurts. And after having killed the original first being male and female, took two different shots. After having done that, then he felt that he was in line to take everything over. Excuse me. Not going to miss this acid reflux. So he literally got a lot of these original angels together, and they started attacking the hell out of me all the time. So I was dealing with them, dealing with him, and he told me, stop what you're doing. You will not change the format for creation. And I looked at him. In my head, I'm like, what? I was kind of surprised, and I looked at him and I said, who the hell are you to tell me that? And he said, basically what he said, I was literally messing with my throat. She said, don't sugarcoat it, just tell it like it is. But he was saying is that it's my turn to be God now. They already worship me anyway. I was going to tell you exactly what he said word for word, but and I do have to hurry. So he said, I'm God now. You got rid of the original first being male and female, now I'm God. They were already going, coming up to me anyway instead of them, so I was already winning. So now I'm God. And I looked at him, I said, you're out of your mind. He said, you will not change this format. It's my turn to rule. And I said, that ain't happening. I was a little more aggressive about it than that. And then I was prepping some onions to make an omelet. And then I went to turn around, and like the corner of it was in a corner section of my kitchen on the tabletop, whatever you call it, counter. and I went to turn around, and then he touched me. He dropped my right shoulder, my right wrist, and when I went across, I had a very, very, very sharp knife on me. And I went to turn around like this, and it dropped, and then a knife came loose. Folks, I didn't go fast. I just turned around, the knife dropped loose, and then all of a sudden, it started spinning around like this, just a few times, and dropped. Just barely missed the inside of my right thigh, where that vein is. When you cut that thing, you bleed out. And cause right before that happened, well, no, I'm sorry, that happened, and then immediately he said, I looked at it and I said, what the hell? And he said, I'll kill you. Word for word, he said, I'll kill you. Which means that he'll take me out of the body while I'm still trying to finish my job, writing the books and everything, to get everything taken care of to help everyone. So he immediately said he was taking over, and I would not change the format of creation. And then he attacked me physically. It took me a week and a half maybe, to find all the little pieces of him and kill him. That's how Jesus Christ died, the energy that was inside him. The body died a long time ago. 84 years old. He was really sick. Anyway, I'm coming, Herky, honey. I love you, baby. So, that's what happened there. Sometimes something like that pops up, and you think about all the time. I think about all the time I wasted. Right, Herky? That's right. We're gonna go downstairs, honey. We're gonna eat in just a second, okay? All the time I wasted taking care of him, but it wasn't a waste. I did what I was supposed to do. I did what I needed to do. I did what was right at the time. It was time to do it. At the time it was right to do it. Please consider that thought process for yourselves as you move forward, okay? Do whatever you need to do. In Christianity, to make Jesus bigger than Muhammad and everything else, it was immaculate birth. He was born of the Virgin Mary. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit. How did the universe get created? Scientists will say from one little particle. No, but from a bunch of little little particles of heavy particulate matter. I'm coming, Herc. Just a minute, baby, buddy. Then, like, each little piece of heavy particulate matter would become a planet or star. You know, it would be transmutated into what it needed to be, but you had to have the solid mass first. Okay, it wasn't one piece; it was many little pieces. Why are some planets bigger than others? Because there was a bigger piece of heavy particulate matter that could be transmutated into something else. I love you, Herc. I'm coming. I know. I know. Anyway, you're going to say something. I know you are. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know. Go ahead. Tell me. Look at it. I love it. Seeing that tail wag. You are my hero. You know that? Yes, you are. That's right. You're my hero. I love you. I love you, buddy. It is such an honor to be with you. You know that? Yes, it is. His ears perked right up. That's right. You're the man. Okay, I'll close down now, okay? Okay, we'll go downstairs just 1 second. Anyway, it's this immaculate birth thing. You know, there's the religions trying to make, you know, we're bigger and stronger than your religion. Okay, again, confrontation, conflict, you know, blah, blah, blah. No. He was born in a manger. What, are you kidding me? These folks were rich. Joseph of Arimathea had silver mines in what's now Britain. I mean, they were from the house of David. Hello, filthy rich. When he was born, they were in what you would consider in those days a 5-star hotel. Okay, and they had it was such a nice hotel that they actually had their own little stables and people to take care of everyone's animals when they went through. Why do you think they stopped there? Okay, they're not going to stop at Motel 6 when they have so much money. They're going to stop at the Regency or the Hyatt or something. Okay? He wasn't born in a manger. He was born in a room. I've talked about this before. I can lay the whole thing out, tell you, you know, what the room looked like, who was there. Folks, as you all start waking up, you're going to get stronger and stronger. You're going to see a lot of this stuff for yourself. When you see something for yourself, you have your own truth. When you have your own truth, you have a solid road to walk on. Okay? I'm not beating on them. I'm just saying that's what was done to make Christianity greater than everything else. And then with the Muslim religion, with Muhammad, it was that way. And then the Hebrew people saying, no, it's this way. I'm not picking on anyone. I'm just telling you stuff that exists, okay? Thank you. Religions suck. The religious people are usually people with a lot of heart. Sometimes they're rather vicious. There's a lot of Hebrew people. I grew up in Long Island, New York, and there's so many people growing up as a kid that they'd tell me they were better than me because they were Jewish. We're God's chosen people. I looked at them like, chosen for what? NASCAR? Going around in circles in the desert for 40 years. No one's any better than anyone else. All this stuff was done to proliferate the different religions. Islam's nuts. Look at all the religion. Look at all the people. Right now, Burju is over there in Turkey, where there's I don't know how many people dead. There's got to be well over 100 people dead. The fighting, shooting was going on out in the streets outside of the house. She was with her family. Or she is with her family out there right now. Walk out the door, get shot. Religious revolts. It's insanity, and it's going to stop. Folks, there's a whole new age coming, but right now it's kind of nutty. And it's going to get nuttier. Excuse me, in some respects. We're just coming up near the top of an apex. As the earth starts shaking, the seas move, react violently to the garbage, the crap that's buried inside it, including the Anunnaki. Then it will calm down. Once you're aware of the Anunnaki here on this planet, the planet will still do a little shuffling, but the hard violence you're going to see for a little bit in the oceans, that'll calm down. This isn't about hurting anything. This isn't about any kind of omnipotent being. This is about everyone seeing, understanding who we are, and know those around us. You need to know there's large reptilians here that have been running your lives for 10 million years easy. Gotta run. Lily's all over me, and she should be. She's right. Anyway, I'm leaving this. For anybody that wants to listen to it and understand more, and those of you that come to me, you come to me for a reason. You're told to by your spirit guides because it's time for you to know. This is all going forward, folks. I love you, and this stuff ain't stopping. Wait till you, when I get out of this body, you're gonna feel a calm but powerful strength in the field. It's me. Well, I am, not this body. when Lily is finished healing, when I can finish taking care of her and get her back where she needs to be, you're gonna, those of you that can feel the field, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna be so hard, your eyes will start tearing up. Her love is incredible. Strongest love there is, period. That's what's coming. Better lives for everyone. This abuse and nonsense is falling away. It's time for it to go. All right, Herky, honey. I know. That takes too long. Folks, I love you, man. Have a good one.